Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Sportsman's Warehouse and the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we roll along in our 19th year on the air, this being November the 9th. Believe it or not, we are having a good time, as we usually do, and particularly on this second Saturday. John Gordon from Ducks Unlimited. And, John, I want to, Ron will jump in a minute, but I just wanted to say I'm glad you're making speedy recovery. It's pretty amazing. This man had emergency gallbladder surgery, and within the staples got out, and the next day he was at CEOPA. And I thought that was a pretty good trooper to doing that. So everything going all right before we start talking? I don't want you to get, don't rip anything down there. Okay. You doing?
No, it's great. It's great, Larry. I'm back to full strength at this point, and it was just, man, had some good doctors. Had a great surgeon.
Yes.
Who got to me and got it out of me. He told me that he'd removed over 300 gallbladders, and mine was in the top 10 of the worst condition he'd ever seen.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
It's not, but I'm a competitive guy, so top 10 is good for me.
You take it home? You take it home? You got it in
You'll
a jar?
take that top 10?
No, he took a picture of it, though. He showed it to me when I was back in the room after surgery, and it wasn't pretty.
So have you blown it up? It's on your wall in the den?
I have not.
Okay,
I just really got rid of it.
All right. Well, we're glad to have John here and be a part of this team on the second Saturday of each month. And we got two special guests that congratulations to them of what they've done, what they've meant for crappie fishing. And who knows that better than our man Ron Wong, who has been at all of the American Crappie Trail events and filed lots of pictures that we've posted on LROutdoors.com. And I don't think there's been a champion that we've missed that's won a tournament and we didn't have him on within the next week or two, and that's through the footwork of Ron. But let's welcome to Outdoors with Larry, Matt and Angie Morgan. Good morning, folks.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, Ron.
All right, don't fool your voices. I think I can tell which one's which here. Don't try, don't try to fool me here in this day and time, okay? But I want to ask you something before we really take off here, because I take for granted my friendship with Ron, but how about saying something about Ron Wong and what he's meant?
Oh, no.
No, I want to, because you have really I know both these guys, they appreciate Ron, don't you?
Oh, you have no idea. I'm gonna try to keep it short. You know what? When you get me rolling, Larry, I just keep on.
Well, we'll cut you off. All right. Well, we won't cut Angie. Okay.
3 years ago, 4 years ago, I'm with Ron at a writers camp in South Carolina. I sat down with him, tell him what I'm going to do. He said, "I'm all in. I want to see it." He hasn't missed a day. He's instrumental in the crappie world as he is the catfish world, the bass world, you name it. The man's 70-plus years old. He acts like he's 30. He takes more pictures with women than you could ever dream of. I don't know how he does it. But, look, in all honesty, Angie and I appreciate him more than words could ever be spoken for. I'm just telling you, he is that good of a guy, and he wants to see this industry evolve into something that it really should be. And we are doing it and have been doing it and will continue to do it going forward.
All right, how about a little applause for our man over there? I mean, he does. There you go.
Well, thank you very much, Matt.
I didn't know there's that many people in here, but hey,
well,
I wanted to do
very
that, Ron,
much.
because you've done a great job. And
well, I'm humbled. I'm into all of this because I love the fishing industry. I love to see new things grow. I love to see startup operations, businesses succeed.
And they have.
And they have. And, that's a blessing that I'm able to do that. And
see it.
I have a lot of fun doing it, too.
You've seen it grow. I mean, he was at CEOPA, he was at Grenada. I don't think he knew where he was, there for a
That was
while.
pretty tough.
That was tough.
There was a couple of late nights there, too. And
we won't get into that. But Angie, talk about this past year. And before Matt jumps in there, success you guys have had, and are you ahead where you thought you'd be?
I mean, I feel that we're ahead from where I thought we were going to be when we started this. I mean, it's great for me when we show up to the events and I see the repeat anglers that have fished multiple events. I know them by name. I can talk to them and, you know, I get to know them. And it's even a greater, you know, step for us when we get new people that have never fished our trail or any tournament organizations for that. And they see what we're doing and they're like, this is where I want to give it a shot. So that has been really, really cool to see the people that have never fished tournaments and they're like, this is what I want to do. How can I get started?
And, you know, Ron, I mean, and Matt, you've had such a successful year, a lot of great champions, a lot of communicators. I will say that much have been on the show and been able to do that. But talk about what's ahead. Now, we can look at that. And Ron's been there and seen all this progress. What is 2020 going to hold for the American Crappie Trail?
Well, our first team event next year, we're kind of revamping a little bit.
Okay.
You know, I say that any business model that stays stagnant is one that falls behind, Larry. I don't care what you're doing, whether it's a newspaper route or anything in between, and all the way to a fishing trail. So we're going to kind of reorganize and revamp. And one thing that we're going to do to introduce new people to the sport of crappie fishing is we are going to start pro-am events.
Oh, really?
We're going to run 3 pro co, 3 pro-am events next year.
Wow. Okay.
And we're going to start small with it. Entry fees are going to be, you know, steeper on the pro side, $700 a piece. And on the co-angler side, it's going to be $350.
Okay.
We're going to cap the field at 50 boats. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're just wanting to introduce people into it. Who would not want to pay $350 to have a chance to go sit next to Ronnie Capps and fish with him on a Saturday?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then it's going to be a shared weight format. You know, just the way crappie fishing's done.
Yes.
It's going to be a shared weight format, and they'll get a new partner on Sunday.
Wow.
And you know, that's one thing that we're doing.
Have you picked those? Have you picked those sites yet, or that's still
those three lakes are going to be Alabama River, last part of February.
Okay.
Last weekend in February, we go to Grenada, Mississippi. You know, land of the giants.
Yes.
And I believe April. And then we finish our last pro-am at Lake Darbone.
Oh, I love Darbone. Never been there, but I love to say it. You know, Darbone. It just sounds good. So
we're going to Alabama River in February.
Ron's writing this down.
Yep.
He'll have a press release out in 2 hours. Okay, I mean.
Well, here's one hot off. Here's one hot off the presses.
Oh, Ron,
I got a telephone call today.
Yeah.
Our championship for 2020.
Yeah.
Which we hold our championship the following year in the spring.
Yes.
Our championship for 2020 just got approved yesterday, and it is going to be at the Alabama River. In Millbrook in Alabama. So you can't ask for a better fishery.
Oh, okay.
It's a dynamic place to fish. So you can put that one on the press release.
All right. That's going to be awesome. A great area. I was just down there earlier this year, and you talk about some great fishing on a river. That's awesome.
Well, talk about it, Ron. You've been with these people.
I've been to the Alabama River. I go to a media camp every year.
I want you to tell why this has been a success from your point.
Well, you know, when it first started, you know, there's 30, 40, 50 boats, and it's gradually added more boats. But what has been more exciting is to see some of the people from throughout the country wanting to get involved, and that's what's so exciting to me. You know, I see people from Indiana, Ohio, Missouri, Arkansas, Florida, Louisiana, Texas. I mean, Georgia, Alabama.
So the scope of this is not
South
just
Carolina.
the South. I mean,
no, absolutely. So from the standpoint of exposure of crappie fishing as a whole, I mean, it involves the whole southwest, southeast, the southern part of the U.S., and that's what's so exciting.
And you're still going to give away a boat, right? I mean, you've already...
Absolutely. You know, And I wanted to just say one more thing, because I think that we talk about what I'm most proud of, I think, and this is just being honest, and this is by no means, a low blow to anyone. I mean, there's clubs and other organizations in the country that do a fantastic job getting people crappie fishing.
Right.
But in the last 3 years, I think the professionalism of what we've brought to the industry has really emulated what the BASS FLWs have brought to bass fishing, and we're stepping it up one notch next year.
And when you talk about that, Matt, give our listeners a hint of what you're talking about.
We're going to go to a 30-day off-limit period. That in itself is just that much more fair for the working class guy.
It is.
He wants to have an opportunity to go 500 miles away and have an opportunity to win, and that 30-day off-limit period, levels that playing field. We're going to put the boats in the water. Crappie tournaments for years have always been able to trailer, Larry, and that's out. That's over with. That game's over with. Listen, we've made so many steps. As I do live well checks, there's not but one or two boats that may be 17, 18 foot long.
Yeah.
Everybody's running fiberglass bass boats or
That's
walleye
right.
boats.
Okay.
So we're going to put the boats in the water, and we're going to have a blast off.
All right.
We're going to have that national anthem, and we're going to run them in flights. And,
way to go.
And,
I love
we're
that.
just taking it that next step. In amongst that, there's a few other tweaks to rules. We're going to get the guys off the water at 5 o'clock each day. They don't need to be out there till dark.
No.
We don't need to beat the fish up. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going to be off the water early on Thursday. Get them to the captain's meeting. Get them out.
All right.
And just it's just really again, I hate to really to bring up the BASS or FLWs and emulate parallel it with crappie, but I'm going to tell you they're successful.
Yes, they are.
So you do what they do, and you try to emulate it, and the professionalism of what we've brought in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
We've got a long way to go, but by gosh, we're putting one step in front of the other, and we're going to get there.
Well, we're running out of time. I appreciate both of y'all, Angie and Matt, for not only the part of the show today, but what you've accomplished over the last years and the advancement I see. This really it really gets me pumped up, and I know it does Ron. I will probably have to buy him another pair of tennis shoes to get him there. But, hey, great.
I'm ready.
I know it. Thank y'all. As always, you're welcome on Outdoors with Larry Ray. You have been, and we're glad to be part of that team, okay?
Thank you, Larry.
You very much.
All right. You have a great day, and we'll talk, all right?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, let's take a break, come back. I'm a Frog Dogs man. You got any frog dogs?
I do not have any frog dogs.
You have no frog dogs?
No.
Would you wear frog dogs?
Sure, I would. I think that's just a byproduct of the fact that I've been in the industry before and not worked for them and other people. So
yeah, well, I'm a Frog Dogs man.
Are you?
I tell people I wear Frog Dogs, and they think that's some kind of a disease or something.
They've been around for a while.
We're going to talk to them. Just save it. Let's take a break.
Awesome.
Get ready. We'll be right back talking Frog Talk.